Joining me now from Washington, D.C., Washington editor for The Spectator, Amber Athey. Amber, great to see you.
Thanks for having me, Stephanie.
Amber, I have to ask you, are you on TikTok?
I'm absolutely not on TikTok, and I will never be on TikTok.
Yeah, it was like I never signed up for it because it was just like one more app, like one more social media thing I had to manage, and it's just too much with Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and then having to do that. Plus, also, I'm sure I would probably make videos I would regret, so didn't sign up for that. That being said, obviously it was a good move because didn't realize that so much data was being collected and that the Chinese government potentially had access to all of this or still has access to it.
That's exactly right. The parent company ByteDance is required by law to share data on users with the Chinese Communist Party. There have been reports that have come out recently suggesting that the CCP is using this data in order to further oppress its people. We already know, for example, about the social scores on the Chinese people, in which case the Chinese Communist government tracks people and assigns them a score based on their behavior. And then, of course, there's the plight of the Uyghur Muslims in concentration camps. And ByteDance and TikTok have been accused of providing locations on Uyghur Muslims so that the Chinese government can more easily put them in these camps. And then there's the question of national security of American users. IT professionals have gone into the source code for the TikTok app and found that it collects far more data on people than comparable apps like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And then, of course, that data gets sent over to the CCP. So all around, it seems like the risk of this app really outweighs the potential benefit, which is really just a source of entertainment for people to make funny dances.
Yeah, and there are some people like TikTok users, especially people who make money off of TikTok, who are wondering if this is a gross abuse of government power. What say you?
Well, it seems to me like it would be derelict of the government to not address the fact that this is a security concern. I mean, Amazon, which is basically the largest tech company in the world, prevented its employees from having TikTok on their cell phones because they believed it could compromise company data. So if Amazon is saying that this is a risk for their employees, then certainly we should be looking at the potential risk of government employees, of people who work in sensitive industries in the United States having access to this application. And of course, the American tech market is very robust. There's certainly the opportunity for any other company that's US owned to step in and fill the void left by TikTok. YouTube has already started to do this by having shorter video formats for people who are migrating over from TikTok. Instagram and Facebook have the story function. So there's plenty of room for opportunity for tech companies to come in and provide users who are missing out on the platform to have a different experience on a US-owned company.
So, Amber, I'll let our viewers know this. I originally had a TikTok star booked for the show today, and she canceled at the last minute because she didn't want to talk politics. So I was a little confused as to why they wanted to do the segment in the first place. So I appreciate you coming on last minute, but it's really unbelievable. So I get that, people say, oh, it's big government and they shouldn't be shutting it down. This is how I make a living. But a TikTok star's living isn't more important than our national security.
No, it's not. It's certainly not more important than the plight of people in the concentration camps or even perhaps Hong Kong pro-democracy protesters who are being tracked by the Communist Party and then shut down when their freedoms are being infringed upon. So it's very disingenuous for people to suggest that this is just like any other private company. There are photos of ByteDance employees pledging their loyalty to the Chinese Communist Party. So their claims that they are not beholden to the CCP just don't carry water. This is clearly a company that is going to do what Beijing wants when Beijing wants it. And the fact that China has proven itself to be a geopolitical threat to the United States, has stolen intellectual property, has continued to commit human rights abuses, shows that this is a threat we have to take very, very seriously.
Absolutely. I don't know if you knew this, but some of these TikTok stars make millions and millions of dollars a year from their videos. And I saw some of the top TikTok stars make around like $50,000 per one video post, which is an incredible amount of money. Of course, obviously there's like 0.0001%. There's only a few of them that make that type of money, but that's big money. So the question is, what's going to happen in the next few days? Obviously, the deadline's fast approaching. There was talks of whether Microsoft would step in. We'll see about that. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. And again, Amber, thank you so much for coming in at the last minute. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stephanie.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.